Could a secret about your health be hiding in plain sight, right in the color of your stool? There's one specific shade that's sounding the alarm for serious health concerns. Welcome to our deep dive into a topic often whispered about but crucial to our health, the color of our stool. Hidden within this daily occurrence lies a spectrum of colors, each with its own story. Among these, one stands out as a harbinger of potentially deadly health issues. It's not just about what we eat, it's about uncovering what our bodies are desperately trying to tell us. Together, let's decode these signals. Sign number 1, the spectrum of stool colors. When we talk about health, sometimes the answers are right under our noses, or in this case, right under our, well, you know. Let's dive into the colorful world of stool, a palette that tells the story of what's happening inside our bodies. Imagine your body as a fantastic factory. Everything you eat goes on a journey being broken down, with nutrients absorbed and waste produced. This waste, or stool, can come in various shades, each telling a part of your body's story. First up, we have brown, the color of champions when it comes to stool. Brown means your factory is running smoothly, thanks to bile, a greenish liquid made by your liver that turns brown as it does its job along the way. Now, if your stool is green, don't panic. It might just mean you've eaten a lot of leafy greens or foods with green coloring. It could also mean the food is moving through you faster than a race car, not giving bile enough time to turn brown. Yellow stool, soft and a bit smelly, might show up if you've been enjoying a lot of fatty foods, suggesting your body is having a bit of a tiff with absorbing fat. Ever been startled by a ghostly white or clay-colored stool? This could mean a lack of bile, suggesting a blockage or issue with your bile ducts. This is when your body's saying, hey, we need to check this out. And then there's red. If you see red and you haven't been on a beet-eating spree, it's time to pay close attention. It could be something simple like hemorrhoids, but it's worth talking to a doctor just to be safe. Navigating the spectrum gives us a baseline, but this is where things get interesting. Buckle up, because the next revelation is a game changer. Sign number 2, the warning color, black or terry stools. In our colorful journey throughout the world of stool, we've arrived at a shade that might stop you in your tracks, black. Unlike the other colors in our digestive rainbow, black or terry stools often wave a red flag, signaling it's time to pay serious attention to what's happening inside our bodies. So, why does stool turn black, and why is it concerning? Imagine for a moment your digestive system as a long winding river. Along this river, there are various stops and docks. Your stomach and intestines, where nutrients are absorbed and waste is processed. Now, if there's a leak or damage at one of these stops, say a bleeding ulcer in your stomach, the blood from this injury mixes with the digestive juices and embarks on a journey throughout the river. As it travels, the blood undergoes chemical changes, and by the time it reaches its final destination, it is turned black, giving your stool a terry appearance and a distinctive, often foul smell. This transformation isn't just a curious chemical reaction, it's a beacon signaling that bleeding is occurring somewhere in your upper digestive tract. Such bleeding can result from various conditions, some more serious than others, including ulcers, gastritis, or even cancers. Black stool tells us that this isn't just a surface scratch, it's something happening deeper within, requiring prompt medical evaluation. But why terry? The texture comes from the blood mixing and interacting with your body's digestive enzymes, creating a sticky, tar-like substance. It's your body's way of saying, hey, something's not right here, and it's a message worth listening to. Black stools grab attention, but the gut's color wheel spins far beyond that. Don't miss the next chapter. It could be a turning point in your health story. Sign number 3, pale or clay-colored stools. As we journey through the spectrum of stool colors, a notably less vibrant shade emerges, pale or clay-colored stools. This lack of color might seem less alarming at first glance compared to the starkness of black stools, but it carries its own significant health message, particularly about the liver, our body's chemical processing marvel. Pale or clay-colored stools can indicate that something is blocking the flow of bile from the liver and gallbladder to the intestines. Bile is what gives stool its typical brown color, So when it's missing in action, the stool can appear pale, gray, or even whitish. Think of bile as the paint that colors the canvas of our digestive system. Without it, the picture is incomplete. But why would bile flow be blocked? Conditions such as gallstones, hepatitis, or tumors in the bile ducts or pancreas can press pause on the bile's journey, leading to a lighter stool color. These conditions disrupt not just the color of your stool, but the intricate balance of your liver's functions. The liver acts as a filter for toxins, a producer of crucial blood clotting factors, and a storage unit for essential vitamins and minerals. When its partner pathways, like the bile ducts, are blocked, it's a sign that the liver's health could be compromised. This change in stool color is a silent alarm that something might be wrong with your liver or related structures, urging a deeper investigation into your health. It's a reminder that our bodies communicate in subtle yet significant ways, signaling when it's time to seek medical advice and intervention. As we close this chapter on the less colorful side of our digestive narrative, remember, the absence of color in our stools tells a story just as compelling as any vibrant hue. And just when you think you've heard it all, our story takes a twist. Venturing beyond the pale color reveals more than meets the eye. This next insight is pivotal, a true game changer in decoding our health's mysteries. Sign number 4, stool texture and consistency. As we navigate the colorful world of stool, let's not overlook an equally telling aspect: texture and consistency. Just as colors paint a picture of our internal health, the texture and consistency of our stool can weave a detailed narrative about our digestive well-being. Imagine your digestive system as a busy factory. When everything runs smoothly, your stool has a soft form consistency that's easy to pass, a sign of a well-oiled machine. However, when things go awry, the texture and consistency of your stool can change dramatically, offering clues to potential health issues. Diarrhea, for instance, is like a factory in overdrive, processing too fast and leaving no time for water absorption, resulting in loose or watery stool. On the flip side, constipation can indicate a slowdown in the system, where stool moves sluggishly, becoming hard and difficult to pass. Both extremes signal disruptions in your digestive process, which can stem from a variety of causes, ranging from diet and hydration to stress and medical conditions. But it's not just about speed. The texture itself can tell a story. Stool that's unusually hard, lumpy, or pellet-like can point to dehydration or a lack of fiber. Conversely, very soft or sticky stool can suggest an excess of fats in the digestive system, hinting at malabsorption issues or even a pancreatic problem. Understanding these variations is crucial. They're your body's way of sending signals, sometimes subtle, sometimes glaringly obvious, that something might be out of balance. Ignoring these signs is like ignoring the warning lights on your car's dashboard. Eventually, small issues can lead to bigger problems. Texture weaves its own narrative, but sometimes it's what you might find within that raises the alarm. Stay tuned. What's next could change everything. Sign number 5, blood in stool. Discovering blood in your stool can be alarming, akin to seeing a red flag waving in the wind, signaling that it's time to pay close attention to your body's health. Blood in the stool isn't just a minor issue, it's a symptom that demands immediate attention, as it can be indicative of various health conditions, some of which are serious or even life-threatening. The appearance of blood in stool can vary. It might be bright red, suggesting the bleeding is happening closer to the end of the digestive tract, such as from hemorrhoids or small tears called fissures in the anus. On the other hand, darker blood, which can appear black or tarry, might indicate bleeding is occurring further up the digestive system, such as in the stomach or small intestines. This could be due to more serious conditions like ulcers, diverticulosis, or even cancer. Why does this happen? Well, your digestive tract is a long, complex system where a lot of processing takes place. When everything works smoothly, it's a sign of good health. But when blood appears, it's a clear signal that there's a disruption somewhere along the line. It could be an injury, inflammation, or disease causing this bleeding. The implications of finding blood in your stool extend beyond the immediate shock or fear it might provoke. It serves as a critical indicator that something within your body needs to be examined and addressed. Whether it's a sign of a chronic condition like inflammatory bowel disease, IBD, an infection, or a growth such as polyps or cancer, identifying the cause early can make a significant difference in treatment outcomes. The presence of blood is a stark wake-up call, yet the whispers of change linger on. Don't look away now. The next sign may shock you. Sign number 6, persistent changes. As we've journeyed through the various signals our stool can send, a key takeaway is the critical nature of persistent changes. Stool, in its myriad forms and colors, offers real-time feedback on our internal health, acting much like a daily health report. It's when these reports show consistent irregularities that we must sit up and take notice. Persistent changes in stool color, texture, consistency, or the presence of blood over time aren't just random fluctuations. They're your body's way of waving a flag, signaling that something within needs a closer look. These consistent changes could point to dietary issues, infections, digestive disorders, or even chronic diseases that require medical intervention. Why does persistence matter? Because our bodies are incredibly adaptable systems, capable of returning to normal after temporary disturbances, be they dietary indiscretions or minor illnesses. However, when changes in stool characteristics become the new normal rather than the exception, it suggests an underlying issue that's not resolving on its own. This persistence is a clue that the body is struggling to correct an imbalance or heal a problem. Taking action is crucial upon noticing these persistent changes. Seeking medical advice doesn't just put your mind at ease, it opens the door to early detection and treatment of potential health issues. Early intervention can significantly impact your health outcome, turning a potentially serious condition into a manageable one. It's not just about recognizing the signs, but also about understanding when to respond to them. Each sign, each change, an important piece of the puzzle. But remember, it's the action you take that truly makes a difference. Prepare to be empowered with what you need to know next. The colors and textures we've discussed are not just fleeting observations, but critical health indicators. Remember, investing time and money into having a healthy body is the single best investment you can make. Thank you for being the type of person who invests in their health. I've just released a video unveiling a major breakthrough in health and wellness for those of us over 40. If staying healthy as you age is important to you, you need to watch this video next.